Okay guys, this is not going to be my finest video. I'm not feeling the best today. So you're under Google Classroom under classwork. You're going to be playing the stock market game today. So first read through this Google Doc that talks about an overview of what the economy was like in the 20s. You can read it while you play, before you play, that's kind of up to you, but you're going to need to know that information about how the stock market was booming and people were buying the stocks with money they didn't even have, which is called buying on the margin. You're also then going to want to actually read these full directions. They look lengthy because it takes a while to actually get in the game. So you're going to click on the link here for Wall Street Wiz, and it's going to take you to this website. You're going to click on Enter the Site. You can kind of read through the introduction. It just kind of gives you an overview of you're playing a stock market game to understand that after World War I, the economy was falling apart, and then it starts to boom. Okay? Then you're going to go over to how to play. Basically, you're going to have $100,000 to invest to buy stocks. You can buy only the stocks in allotments of 100. So you could buy 100, 200, and so forth. To buy a stock, you're going to need to pay attention to this company prospectus, which kind of gives you an overview of each company. All this information is also in these stock market directions. Okay, I'm looking right here at this bullet point right here. So this will give you some idea originally as far as maybe what you want to buy. Okay. This also is some good economic terms that you might need to know, because basically each week there's going to be kind of a stock report, an economic report, and it will tell you like if a company is going to merge together and their business is going well, then yeah, maybe you want to buy them in upcoming weeks. However, they'll have other world events going on, and if, for example, there was a huge fire at Dole Plantation, perhaps, the stock for bananas is going to go down because people are worried there's going to be, not a product available. Whatever might happen. So basically, world events could basically impact what's going to happen. After you've read your how to play, and I kind of gave you the overview of that information, it's, basically each week you're going to be buying and selling stocks, and I'll kind of show you that here in a second. And you're going to be keeping track of what you buy and sell each week in the investor portfolio. So now what you have to do is you have to actually register to play, which isn't hard. So we're going to go back to the page here. And we're going to go log in. You're going to player registration, and you're going to fill in all your information. It doesn't matter what you come up with as a password. You're just going to play the game for one day, so try to remember it. Not a big deal. Pick a question, a special answer. For organization, you guys are going to fill in Geneseo High School. For the title, you're going to fill in stock market game. So it'll be Geneseo High School, and it'll be stock market game. Put your middle initial, retype your password. You leave this part blank. You're not doing group code. You're picking individual. So leave that part blank. And then you're going to click register player. Okay. After you click register player, then it will take you to the regular login screen. So when it comes to me, okay, so once you've actually registered and you made an account, then you're going to use your email address becomes your username. So I just used my student account because I'm a grad school student. And then I've got my cool password here. So use the same password from the previous slide. Your username is just your email address. You click login. Doesn't matter if you save it or don't save it. It's up to you. They give you 30 days to play. We're only going to play this for like a day. So you're going to click on start game. Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do here at the top is you're going to want to go next week. Okay. When you click next week, you can change the weeks. So you're going to be wanting to start the game at week 19. So keep scrolling through. It starts you way back in March. You'd be playing it like forever. So you start at week 19, and that's probably even like too early. Okay. So then basically you have to decide what you want to buy and sell. So you're going to look at these companies on the list, thinking back to that prospectus, and you're looking at, remember the idea in the stocks is that you want to buy when the price of the stock is low, and you want to sell when it's high to try to make money. And you can only buy in these 100-year or 100 amount increments. So you can see that thus far, the American Telephone and Telegraph Company, it's been as low as 257, it's been as high as 292. So it's going, this week, if you would buy, it's this week, it's ending at $289. If you would The cost of it would be, if you bought 100 shares, it's going to cost about $28,000 to buy that. Okay, so think about what you want to buy based off that prospectus list, but you're also going to think about like what's going on in the world. It gives you some information to read, and also just gives you information about stocks in general. And you have to kind of decide if that is good or bad. And you can kind of refer back to the glossary of terms or to that notes page. So if you actually want to buy something, let's say I want to buy, I don't know, Eastman Kodak, the camera company. Click on Kodak, I click on buy, it comes up with 100 shares, it comes with that trade value automatically, and so I click trade. Okay, so you have this lovely chart that you're going to be filling out while you play. It's called the investor portfolio. So for the first week, you don't have to, this is just the same. So it's company name, the current price per 100 shares, how many shares you bought, did you buy 100, did you buy 200, total value held as of this week, difference to cost. So it's basically just this top chart here, okay? You don't really have to copy all that down for each week. All you really have to know is that you bought Eastman Kodak, and basically you can fill it all in if you want to, but otherwise it's a lot more writing, and that, ultimately it's costing you down about $225. Okay, you've made some money. So I shouldn't say made some money per se yet, but that's basically your overall cost. Okay, so you're just going to write that down. If you want to buy another thing, Go International Harvester. Okay, it gives you, if you click on it as well, you can kind of see the prospectus info again. But if we click on, we want to buy International Harvester, buy 100, and you're going to make the trade. Okay, and it tells you so far how much cash you have left to purchase with, the value of the shares. And if you notice, mine didn't start with 0 because once I started playing the game, I noticed it wouldn't let me restart the game. So you can't like go back and start over. And I already had some initial trades. So I tried to get, back to my 100,000 as much as possible so I could show you where I was at to make this video. But I've got about 68,000 left to spend. I've got about 31,000 left in stock. My total account value is, I've actually made just a tiny bit of money here since I started with 100,000, and now I've got $100,225. So I'm up a little bit overall as far as where I'm at. So once I'm done with my trades for that week, I just click the next week, and then I do it all over again. And then, you can see what happened is what basically happened is, if you're looking at the price of International Harvester, what happened to it is that it was, high 125 was the high, 118 was the low. Last week it was 118, and oh my gosh, it went down all the way down to 112. So it went down like $6 a share. So I've lost some money here. Overall, I'm down, some money overall. But at the same time, if you look at Eastman Kodak, last week it was at 197. This week it's at 217. So I made a ton of money on that deal. So, you're going to yet again put this in your investor portfolio for week 2. You can think about your trades, kind of where you're at. As far as how detailed your log has to be, it doesn't have to be that detailed. Okay, you could put as much info or as little info as you want. This is just a way for you to kind of keep track. It does the heavy lifting for you. So, you could just put the trades you have, are they up or down? And then obviously if you choose to sell this stuff, then you're going to go click, like if I want to sell my Eastman Kodak, I would sell it and I'd click sell. I'd make the trade and it's off my list, and the amount of money I have is up. So that's kind of up to you. But before I really kind of make those decisions, maybe I want to hold on to Eastman Kodak for another while longer. Maybe I think it's going to go up more. I need to pay attention to what's happening here. So the investor portfolio, as I said, you don't have to keep track of everything. You don't have to write it all down, from one week to the next as you keep those stocks. This is just kind of a way for you to reflect a little bit, but I'm not going to go through and be like marking everything or checking everything by any means. Basically play to the end of the hour, see how far you get with time as it goes. The goal is for you to get to November in the game, and then once you're done, you're going to fill out these stock market reflection questions, and then you'll submit the reflection questions in the portfolio. If you have time, watch the president's videos. If not, just move that back to later in the week. Later.